Our today's video topic is Google News. Google News is a vertical search engine that alphabet began in 2002. Results from Google searches, mostly news, are listed very prominently as a box in the organic search results in the event of current topicality. For a website to be listed as a snippet in the Google News, it must fulfill various technical and quality criteria and be included in the news program for publisher by Google. It is a page included in Google News. It can be generally benefit from significantly higher traffic than the conventionally indexed websites. How is Google News issued? The news compiled by Google is issued both in desktop search and mobile search. Mobile news sites are usually listed as AMP in the SCRPS. Those who want to search for news using a certain keyword can also be specially select the news section with the Google search. The display of news and the ranking of URL has its own criteria that deviate from conventional algorithm of search engine. The topicality of the source plays a very important role, as does its authority requirements for uptake of Google News. For a website to be successfully listed on Google News, both general guidelines and technical guidelines must be observed. If they are fulfilled, Google can take up the site in the news. Topicality: all articles must be overwhelmingly report on the current events. Original: all submitted content must be original and cannot be copied from the sources. Authors must therefore create unique content, even if this is inevitability does not apply, particularly in reports from news agencies. Transparency: it is recommended that every published entry should be certain of the name in the author as well as contact information of the editor. No misrepresentation: Google must touch upon correct facts and cannot include any mispresentations of or incorrect information. This allows the network to assess itself against the fake news. For example, minimal share of advertising. If a site is to be listed in news, the share of the advertising on the site must not be too high. Sufficient share of the text for a headline to appear in the news search. The associated must not be too short. Google does not specify a text length. However, guidance is more than 350 words. No advertising. News entries should offer news like a news portal and advertising contribution on products or services. Mobile optimization. The submitted sites should be optimized for mobile and devices. Google refers to its general uh, quality guidelines that also apply to the news article entries. There were originally also specific mega tags for news, but these are no longer supported together. The technical requirements include clear URLs. Every article should be reachable via clear URL. Google cannot read the link of news articles via JavaScript. The entry should be submitted as HTML and not as PDF or other formats. Crawling and indexing. As with our websites, news optimized sites should not be excluded from crawling via reports.txt. What's important in the Google News optimization? In order to optimize a website from Google News, the technical and content recommendation content recommendations of Google must be upheld, otherwise it is likely that the application for the admission will be rejected. It is not absolutely necessary, but it is recommended the Google News site may be acquired. Typically Google will crawl all the URL of the articles that our website has published within 2 days, and note that the site map should not contain more than 100,000 URLs. This is what difference it is forms a conventional sitemap. For practical work, this means following: news must be regularly produced that actually represents the news. The technical guidelines must be met. The content requirement must be fulfilled. If the website is rejected, it is no longer listed in the news. Criticism of Google News. Publishers and newspapers often criticize Google News. Many media companies see the use of article headings and teasers as a violation of copyright laws, as Google takes the text elements and shows them in their news snippet on its site. In Spain in 2014, the dispute with the publishers even went so far that the Google excluded several news websites from Google News. In turn, many of these websites suffered up to 15,000 or 15% decline in the visitors.